What is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I am driving home. I had to run out and do an errand I wasn't expecting to do after work, so I thought I would make my SmackDown videos tomorrow. So since I really don't have any podcasts to catch up on right now, I figure on my short, 15-minute drive home, unless I hit any traffic. I don't normally make this drive at 5. I guess it's after 5 p.m. So this is like gridiron, fulsome traffic. I'm about to get onto the freeway to drive home. So we'll see what's going on. But Night of Champions tournament that is going on to figure out your number one contender for the pay-per-view SummerSlam. We already know that Sami Zayn won his match on Raw. I don't know which one of these matches is going to take place in the four-way. I'm guessing it's going to be the one on the left-hand side, which would mean we're going to see Cody Rhodes wrestle on SmackDown next Friday, I believe. But this match is a banger. I mean, it's coming. It's got LA Knight, Randy Orton, Aleister Black, and Carmelo Hayes all inside of this one match. Although Aleister Black just made his return back to the WWE roster, wrestling for SmackDown, Carmelo Hayes is the one guy that honestly doesn't really fit into this match that much. I don't really get it, but I do appreciate it because I am a Carmelo Hayes fan. I do root for him. Between you and me, I can't really remember his last win on television, but I'm pumped for it, especially when I'm thinking realistically in my head. It would make a lot of sense, for WWE. Sometimes what's bad about tournaments, I used to love tournaments as I was a kid and as I was figuring out wrestling. I even loved the King of the Ring tournaments, but it was always kind of very obvious that a babyface would always face a heel. So we're looking at Sami Zayn, a babyface, winning the first match. This match, you got to give the benefit to a heel. So is Aleister Black a heel? I'm not really quite sure. With these four dudes in this match, I don't think the betting favorite would be Carmelo Hayes, but as a Carmelo Hayes fan, if he won this match, I would be pumped for him. Even though I would give him no shot of beating Sami Zayn, it would be probably the biggest push he's got since being in NXT. If I was him, I'd be like, damn, it's not now, but it's coming. That would be a really, really big match for him. Aleister Black, I don't really know if he is a heel or if he's not a heel, but he's the kind of guy that I'm kind of pointing at. LA Knight was just in his third Money in the Bank match in a row, and the day of Saturday, I made a video in the morning basically thinking that, is LA Knight the favorite? For some reason, they came out with a new LA Knight t-shirt. It was green and gold. It matched the Money in the Bank briefcase. It made a lot of sense to me, and I was all for it. And then even as, Seth Rollins was looking like he had the clear-cut straight line to the briefcase, LA Knight came up, tried to fight him off, and I was like, it's happening. It's happening. It's coming true. It didn't happen. Seth Rollins beat him up. And then he was able to, go up there and grab the briefcase. But it was LA Knight that had, the last, clear cut, I'm going to get it, moment climbing after it. Randy Orton. Randy Orton's a dude, man. I mean, I respect the hell out of Randy Orton. I've always said for years and years that I'm not the biggest fan of his. Just calling him that's my dude right there, where you just know that he's going to go out there and give you one hell of a match. I can't remember seeing Orton since WrestleMania 41. This guy seems like he is in the twilight of his career. There's no taking time off kind of thing, but I can't think of him really being around. With him not really wrestling, I think Seth Rollins did an interview recently where he basically talked like he's not having to go out there and wrestle every night. They're not using him on every Raw and every SmackDown. He's going to find a way to stretch that career out, honestly, as long as he can, because they're not really killing him. I know that WWE is bringing back house shows that are going to be running 2 in the state of Texas. I think they're just popping things up to just keep people out of Arlington. Is that where the Texas stadium is that they're doing All In? I think they're just trying to do other events to try and draw people away. If you're gonna go to All In, you're gonna go to All In. A WWE house show, although it is fun. I miss going down to Stockton. We used to get those front row seats in Stockton. It was worth the hour trip to get down there. The drive home honestly sucked in the dark with nothing around. But the ride there, you're always so pumped to get there that it seems like it's just right down the street. I don't know. I mean, LA Knight versus Sami Zayn seems like a really, really fun match. You put Randy Orton into this. You can go with the storyline that it's not been said that, Randy Orton is in his last year, much like John Cena. But those two dudes, they both really started in 2002. You got to be thinking that the Randy Orton retirement, if he's going to get a tour, is got to be coming sooner than later. And, him getting one more championship, moving him up the ranks. Does the next one tie him with Ric Flair? I think he's at 14, and that would put him at 15, just right under. But maybe he's at 15 and it ties him with Flair, and that would be like him and Flair, retiring, as Evolution partners and both having the same amount of reigns as champion. I'm not saying like I'm like buying a ticket, flying across the country to see a Randy Orton title match, but I'm foreseeing Orton get the belt one more time, just to get one more reign and be there. And I think WWE would make it fun. That would be one hell of a story. Sammy's trying to get his first one, and Orton's trying to set himself to get like his 15th or 16th. So that would be fun. LA Knight seems like he's a guy who can go babyface or heel. He's always just been close, but never close enough. Aleister Black, he does really seem like he is the sexiest choice because he is kind of like the heel in this situation, I believe. But man, I'd be marking out. I'd be doing bananas. I'd be doing somersaults up and down the hallway if Carmelo Hayes got the win. But I think if I'm driving down to the casino tonight, I think I'm putting the money on Aleister Black. I think that seems like the safe bet.